like cheese dogs.
So like cheese conies.
Yeah, but without the onions.
Oh, okay. But you know what's even better?
What's that?
Putting like green relish with like a little bit of kraut and like spicy mustard.
Oh, you talking like one of my favorite dogs, actually.
Right.
There's a little place down the road here.
Right.
Called Captain Frank's Hot Dog Emporium.
Emporium,
yeah.
Emporium.
Emporium.
Is it? Because
is it Emporium?
I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know. Anyway, they got really great hot dogs.
Yes,
74 inches.
Yes.
And that one's big for my mouth, so I can't fit it.
We're doing top 5 in no certain order. At number 3, the game that I like to play is Arma 3. Why is that? Because it's fun. I mean, it's supposed to be a realistic simulator of, modern war and everything like that. But with the modding community, it really makes a game changer. I mean, come on. Like, if you haven't played it on Steam, go ahead and get it. You got tons of mods, new trains, different other stuff. Like, I mean, you can literally build a map from the ground up with all sorts of stuff, with all the mods and everything like that. And honestly, I haven't played the story mode of Arma 3 just for the fact that, I don't know, I have too much fun playing Mission Editor and flying helicopters and driving tanks. I mean, yeah. I mean, I really like it. And you should try it too. Well, you got Mubz?
Well, I got Rhyme, and this is how it's spelled, R-I-M-E. And it's cartoony, it's fun, it's got a great story to it. Motherfucker be brushing his beard.
Yeah.
The puzzles that you have to go through, like there's levels, and then you've got bigger levels with different puzzles, and because it was free on the PSN network for a short time.
Yes.
And I was like, well, it's free, it looks stupid. I mean, this is just my opinion. It looks stupid, but I was like, well, we're gonna find out. So I found out, and it's an amazing story, and it's just a great game. If it's fucking free, pick it up.
If it's free.
If it's free.
Well, my thing is, even if it's not free, would it be worth spending money on it, though?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But buyer beware. Their trailer for it's not that impressive.
So, like, basically you saw the trailer and you're like, wait, this is totally different than what I was expecting?
The trailer was shitty. And so, like, what I actually got was 1,000 times better than the fucking trailer. That's just me. If you like puzzles, if you like adventure, it's kind of an RPG role to it.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, what you got, Fatale?
The next one I like to that I also like to play is, it's a little more on the fantasy side. Not everybody likes fantasy RPGs and stuff like that. But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea. So, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Now, I like Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen just because on the sheer aspect of how in depth that they do on basically not just the combat system, but also the level tiers for like each classes. Just the sheer fun of just being able to, when you really sit down and talk to somebody and they tell you that they can harness lightning as a whip. Right?
That's awesome.
And
that sounds amazing.
And literally, like this big giant like troll, like one-eyed like colossus thing is like, whoosh, and it's like, I'll take that, whoosh, and you're like doing massive amount of damage.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. And on top of that, you get to climb on them and stab them, like like in the eyeballs and on the back and all that.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, there's a lot to do. The open world is kind of bland. But, I mean, it is for what... But the combat and the adventuring aspect makes up for the open world. But, I don't know. I had a but it's just... I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I think other people would actually be able to get down with it.
Right.
I mean, there is a Dragon's Dogma online that's over in Japan that has never, and I don't think will ever be released in the States, unfortunately. Unless you make a PSN account, a Japanese PSN account on your PlayStation and download it that way. But, nevertheless, it's a good game to play. And that was Number 5.
Well, okay, I'm just kind of going down the list. I'm kind of boring. All right, so WWE SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Here comes the pain! Anyway.
One of the best wrestling games, period.
Okay, number 4. Not everybody likes it, but the majority of the of the masses actually enjoy it. Mostly on PC. Well, I mean, on every platform, but mostly on PC because of mods. Is Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim. Very, very vast open world. Very fun.
The graphics are amazing on the game.
Yes.
The detail.
Yes.
And of course, we're gonna get to detail here.
I mean,
in just
who the hell doesn't want to walk around and not fight dragons?
I mean,
and then turn around and take the bones of the dragon and the scales and turn them into wearable armor.
I mean, me personally, I don't like Skyrim, but the thought of defeating dragons and wearing their bones and carcass for armor
sounds pretty cool.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a Skyrim fan at all, but that concept sounds amazing.
I mean, you can always try it out. But anyway,
I'll steal my wife's copy.
Yeah.
Sorry, wife.
You got like let's see, you got dark elves, you got high elves, you got Nords, orcs, Khajiits, you got Argonians, I mean, wood elves. There you go. Don't forget them. I want to say at least 12 to 8 races, like default. Red guards. Don't forget those, yeah. So it's about... Nevertheless, I mean, you get a lot of options to actually customize characters and all your other attributes and abilities in the game. And then on top of that, you get this massive world to explore and to conquer and call your own, in a sense. Even though tons of weapons, armor, I mean, you got magic. I mean...
You kind of got a spectrum that covers everything.
Exactly. So, I mean...
Like, if you like magic, they've got a thing for you. If you like just straight up just like warrioring the shit out of somebody, they've got that too.
But the cool thing is you can like diverse everything else and like kind of use.
Is the game? Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Is the game to a point where it's kind of like a GTA 5 vibe, where it's like my mother was a magician, but my dad was a warrior, and so I'm gonna have half magic skills, half brute force.
Well, you can do that. You can go all magic, all brute force. You can mix and match. You can like do magic, brute force, and also be stealthy. I mean, you could be a rogue. You could be, there's a lot of endless
possibilities.
Thank you. And even with the modded community, the possibilities are fucking limitless.
And at number 3 for me is GTA 5. And I know a lot of you out there, like, you some bitch, nobody likes GTA 5. It ain't nothing but a money hunger. But you still paying for the shark cards, ain't you? You still paying for the shark cards. Online aside, fucking throw that out the window. Rockstar, if you fucking throw the GTA online community out the window and actually focused on story mode, people might actually pick it up more. You ain't gonna have to sell it for $25. GTA 5 has an amazing story.
Yes, it does.
I love the fact that you can switch between characters and they all play a factor in the story mode.
All 3 characters, they develop very, very well.
And it just...
I'm not going to lie, my favorite character was Trevor.
I was going to say, my favorite character was Trevor, but I related more to Michael.
And also, he always had shit luck.
That too. But I also like Trevor. Trevor's kind of like my crazy side.
Exactly.
Right.
It's
and he's like, man, he wasn't afraid to say anything.
No.
Like, he was just out there. But no, like, that's my number 3. It's a good game, and it's still relevant, at least at this point.
I mean, even with like the new DLC and stuff that they came out with, I mean, yeah, it's only online, which I really thought about that. It's like, yes, they're making money with online sales,
right,
with DLC. Yeah,
right.
All right, that's no big deal. But they should turn around and actually add more DLC to the story, like just for single player.
Yeah, because honestly, if you could add more depth to the story,
it's not just that. It's like, okay, cred and all that.
They've added more now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
right.
They should, like, instead of it just being solely for online game playing, It's like, why not just have it for both, single player and online, so everybody can have a choice?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because let's be honest, I like GTA so much, I've played through the regular story mode about like 4 times. Because I think it's
I can't
just
say anything.
good,
I played it twice, and then I got bored.
It's just been a good overall game.
My first number 5 Star Wars Rogue Squadron on PC and N64. I mean, come on. That was fun. I mean, who doesn't want to sit there and actually relive certain battles of the Star Wars trilogy, but own unique storyline? It's like the in-between, like the side stories of like, oh, I wonder what they did. It's like, oh, well, they had to go over here and do this, and then they had to go over here and do this, and so, and like also they gave you like very unique like a good variety of vehicles to fly around and stuff like that.
Right.
It was something that I played as a kid, so therefore it's like, to me at the time, was like the first epic Star Wars simulator in a sense.
Right.
And I mean, it was pretty fun. I mean, granted that the end of it got kind of a little like, I guess got carried away with itself, because like at the very end there's like this huge, I mean like this gigantic like big square thing that supposedly like it was like supposed to be the end all be all type scenario, right?
Right.
And like you're like flying around with this like I don't remember what the damn vehicle was called, but it was actually like a new prototype within Star Wars, and it was pretty badass. Other than like the very end result, they could have done a little better with it, but everything else, and even like the side secret missions, was pretty phenomenal. So I mean, yeah, it was my favorite.
We're going into the spoiler room brawl.
Why not? Spoiler!
In 3, 2, fuck you. Red Dead Redemption 2.
It's like, I know Red Dead Redemption 2 is basically a prequel to Red Dead Redemption.
Exactly.
I'm kind of hoping they make a third, which will be a sequel, but whatever, we'll get that's down the line.
Well, and to carry your point there,
right?
If you're doing a sequel to that, you would have to extend the story.
Exactly.
There would,
but
because okay, let's be honest. If you played Red Dead, the first one, you realize that Jack Marston gets redemption over all the deaths in Red Dead. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my bad.
Jack Marston, that's his son.
Yeah.
So, like, there's that. But, like, you could have John Marston have a prequel before he gets to where he's killed, but I don't know how you get. Red Dead 2 is about... And let's talk about Arthur Morgan for a minute. Why the hell are you killing him off, Rockstar? He was such a great character.
And then died of old age instead of being backstabbed by...
who was it? Dutch?
It was Dutch and...
Bill Williamson.
Well, the main one was, what's his face?
Micah.
Yeah.
Micah Bell.
Mm-hmm.
So, the thing is like, you could put it where, you know, John Marston has like a prequel to the Red Dead. But then that would be Red Dead 3, and then in that sequel, you would have to go Red Dead 2, Red Dead 3, and then go back to the original Red Dead to finally get the whole story.
Right.
I mean, they could do it if they wanted to.
I mean, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed Red Dead. I enjoyed Red Dead 2. I enjoyed all the characters from both games. But the thing that I don't understand is, as a alternate ending for the good and the bad of Arthur Morgan.
Arthur Morgan, yeah.
Arthur Morgan. Basically, if you're good, you die of the plague, in a sense.
In a sense, you're going to die from the plague either way.
True.
Okay, so the good honor ending is him crawling off into the sunset and watching the sun rise. The bad
He's
honor...
crawling off in the sunset. I'm just like...
Right.
Right? You know?
And then the bad honor ending, which I get every time because I'm just like... I'm trying to go into camp and shoot everybody.
What? Really? You can actually kill him?
No, but I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
But no, and then the bad honor ending is where
like in
Micah...
the same damn spot.
Yeah, but there's no sunset, and Micah shoots you through the head.
It was like, well, you're gonna die anyway.
Right.
But, yeah.
Like, I just feel like there should have been, like, a third ending. There should have been an ending where we could kill freaking Thomas Downs before we ever meet him, the one who gives us PB.
There's even, like, I've seen other videos of other people that see if they can actually, like, kill him, but no, you couldn't. And even if you did, you already caught it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because he's like, "Bah, bah," and he like I feel like around you.
No. You go to collect a debt for Strauss from Thomas Downs. And as Arthur Morgan, as you are, beats the hell out of Thomas Downs, he spits up blood in his face. And that's how he contracts it.
That's right.
It's a great game. Visually is amazing.
Like the hunting, like all the legendary animals.
The hunting, the pelts, the clothes you can get from hunting all the legendary animals.
Gosh, so much.
There's so many options. There's side quests.
Yeah.
That further other people's stories. It's an amazing game. We actually both decided as our number 2 for Red Dead Redemption. Of course, we had different number ones.
Mm-hmm.
But
it just seemed like it'd be easier instead of just going like repeating.
That's our top 5 video games. If you all would like to comment down below, what's your favorite video game? I give you a shout out. Comment down below. Like the video. Woo! Mr. Mubz out.
Yeah.